beats are alive, where the fighters and the wrestlers thrive. Athletes, entertainers in the spotlight. Basement cuts, we're here every night. Basement cuts, where the legends arise. Stories of glory and battles in disguise. Music fights, wrestling in the ring. Basement cuts, let the echoes sing. From the streets to the stage to the ring so bright. Every tale of triumph, every gritty fight. Musicians who play with heart and fire. Athletes who chase dreams, never tire. Basement cuts, where the legends arise. Stories of glory and battles in disguise. Music fights, wrestling in the ring. Basement cuts, let the echoes sing. From the streets to the stage to the ring so bright. Every tale of triumph, every gritty fight. Musicians who play with heart and fire. Athletes who chase dreams, never tire. Basement cuts, where the legends arise. Stories of glory and battles in disguise. Music fights, wrestling in the ring. Basement cuts, let the echoes sing.
Welcome, everybody, to the Basement Cuts podcast. I am your host, Woody. I wanted to thank you all for tuning in. I'm sorry it's been so long. I'm trying to get interviews lined up. It's been hard to schedule people. I got trying to get more non-local people as well, so it's just been hard to get people scheduled lately. Everybody's on the move doing stuff, but I got some names coming. I've got 3 people that said that they're definitely going to do it. They're just trying to find some time for me, and it'll be nice to get them on the show. Like wrestling, Manny Lemons. I'm going to be talking to him pretty soon. The Quad Daddy himself, Brett Buff Shea, working on getting him on the show. He's on tour right now, so it's just been a little hard to get a hold of him. Also, the BKFC champion, Kai Stewart. King Kai, the featherweight champion, number 3 pound-for-pound fighter in the BKFC, working on getting him on the show. He's agreed that we're going to get this thing going. He's just training right now for an upcoming fight, so it's just hard getting him a scheduled time at the moment. But look forward to that. I got those people coming up. Today, it's 3-3. I don't know if you guys noticed, I put a new song at the beginning of the show. That's something I did. I recorded that, so I hope you all enjoy it. That's the new show, new song for the podcast for this show. So I hope you all like it. My guest today was on the first episode. We're doing it this time in video, as requested by all of you. It's my boy John Lords, LFDY. I'll give him a proper introduction when he joins the show here in a little bit. But he's also sponsoring the show for the day. So this show brought to you by John Lords, LFDY, just so y'all know. I got a couple commercials that he's got that I'm going to put out here for him. We're going to play one here in just a second. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go on a little break, play one of his commercials, and then he should be ready, and we'll get on and do the interview and stuff. So this thing's to look forward to. Big things coming up. I'm trying to get more musicians on the show as well. Trying to get some fighters, wrestlers, a little bit of everything. Once again, if you have something going on that you need some help promoting, I would love to talk to you. I would love to hear your story. I want to know what you're doing, and I would love to tell the people about it and get it out there for you. So hit me up. I would love to talk to you. You hit me up on Facebook at Basement Cuts Podcast. Or you can even send me an email, basementcutspodcast@gmail.com. So without further ado, here, I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be back with my guest, John Lords. So see y'all here in just a moment.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Shit, looking for some gas.
Captain, we have a problem. What now? Our stash.
Kushy. It's get.
They call it Kushy. Center course for this planet. Kushy, a must-have.
So, welcome back to the show, everybody. I am here with my guest today. He's been on the show once before. He is John Lords, aka LFDY. What up, my boy?
What's good?
What's good? Happy 3-3 day.
Happy 3-3. Shout out to my team, my family, 33.
Shout out.
You know, and
I just showed your speaking of 33, your commercial for the Kushy Game and
Kushy.
420. You
Yeah.
guys want to give these guys a little bit of insight about it?
Yeah. So we have a song called Kushy, my team 33 deep. And we built a video game. Well, 33 deep member AWU. We built a 33 deep game off, or a game off of a 33 deep song. And yeah, and we're doing a really awesome reboot coming 420.
Heck yeah, can't wait. Can't
Yeah.
wait. I'm excited for it. And
Oh yeah.
there's a soundtrack for it available. If you guys don't remember from the last episode, there is soundtrack available for the game as well. So, and there's gonna be a part 2. So it's gonna be dope. Yeah. What you been up to, my boy? Been a little bit since we talked.
Right. Okay. So if I may provide some context, we were gonna do this interview like 2 days ago.
Yep.
And I was
Originally.
like, maybe we should hold off because a lot can happen, and we want to celebrate 3-3, but also a lot can happen in just 2 days or in just 1 day. And in the past 2 days, a lot of
Did happen.
What's one thing that happened? John Cena turned heel.
Oh my
What?
God. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that happened a couple days ago.
Yeah, like what's up with that? Like, how did The Rock get to John Cena? Aren't those two supposed to be
Right.
hated rivals?
Right. Well, I mean, it's better late than never as far as him turning heel. I agree.
I agree. It was about time. I mean, I think they attempted to turn him heel once upon a time ago with the whole Nexus BS thing, but it never really worked because he was
I thought, right. I thought, when Caden was telling him to embrace the hate, I was like, now's the time and shit. But right now, I guess it makes sense. We'll find out tonight on Raw. But fucking, I think it's because after wrestling, what's happening after wrestling? He's gonna need those Hollywood connections, so might as well holler at his old friend The Rock.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so, because they're both big in Hollywood nowadays, because that's what they do. And John Cena has like 1,000 voiceover gigs too on top of all that. So
Exactly. Yeah. I'm learning. I took notes on that, which we'll get into later. But
yeah, it's gonna set up for a big WrestleMania show.
yeah, WrestleMania just got a lot more exciting. Just with that heel turn. I mean, it was already gonna be exciting, but you gotta have a heel if you're gonna have Cody versus Cena. Somebody's gotta.
They have two good guys. Somebody's got to be the bad guy. It's like when we had Hogan and Warrior, it worked that one time,
Right.
but every time they try to do good guy versus good guy, it never really worked.
Right. Like look at what was I gonna say?
Well, I guess Hogan versus Rock was about the only time that it worked.
I was gonna bring that up, but then Rock kind of went heel by default, like because of the crowd. But then The Rock versus Stone Cold, WrestleMania 17, that was both faces, but somebody turned heel.
Yep.
Which was, I had a meltdown that day. I was very, very upset. Very upset. What else happened in the 2 days? So last night went wild. So I'm a cameraman for FSW, Future Stars of Wrestling, here in Las Vegas as well. And last night was no escape. And they had me inside the cage as a cameraman for the first time. That shit was crazy. I almost got hit with a trash can. Shit. and everyone can see it. It's on Triller TV. It's on Roku. It's on Amazon Fire TV. It's shit. Yeah.
Damn, almost got hit with the trash can. You're just a cameraman doing your job, bro.
I know, but I mean, everyone's kind of at risk who's in the front row of a wrestling show. I fortunately have the best seat in the house, which, I have never been closer in my life as a cameraman. I was in the cage.
Good in the cage. That's a whole another level, man.
Right. So you guys can see my bald head again right there on Roku.
I read the last event before this one, you were at the front row and somebody poured a drink down your mouth.
Oh yeah. Well,
But
I was at the camera. Well, there was a camera problem. There's a lot of action around the ring, and our cameras are corded, because we're streaming live.
Right.
The camera went out, so I had to sit in the front row, and my boy came up, and he had a Four Loko. All right, I haven't had a Four Loko since 2008. All right.
Right.
I drank a Four Loko that day. Being in the front row. Yeah, that was not planned. That was not talked about. He's just like, "Hey, bro, come on." I'm like, "Okay, I'm down."
Yeah, I could tell it wasn't. You just showed up, and next thing you know, I see you doing the Steve Austin.
Right. Exactly. Got it all over. I'm like, damn, I smell like Four Loko driving home.
Oh, and that one stank too, bro.
For sure. Yeah. Yep. That brought back some memories, some hangover memories, really.
Man,
I've
all sugar and alcohol, nothing but ugh.
Yeah. At my age, I can't be doing that shit anymore. But like all that sugar and all that alcohol, it just doesn't work with my body anymore.
Dude. One of the reasons why I had to quit, even though I was cutting back on the sugar and like the added substances, the alcohol itself turns into sugar, and it's just like,
Yep. Look at us getting older, not being able to fucking, be as young and wild as free as once before.
well, you learn your lesson and you wise up. Like you either turn gray or you go bald. One of the two is going to happen, and it's all from wisdom.
Right. I hope, I mean, I prefer the gray route right now. I'm the bald route, but I could grow the hair back. Karrion Kross has done it. I think I would look good with gray hair, honestly.
You might even, a little wise you might be like a Miyagi.
Yeah. Yep. Miyagi's a good looking guy. All right.
So did you want to get more in depth about the Elimination Chamber event at all, or what do you want to?
Fucking damn. Well, we're on the road to WrestleMania.
We're on the road to WrestleMania. Do you want to talk about like the women's match?
The women's match. Shoot. What was happening? Oh yeah. So during the Elimination Chamber, I was on Fremont.
Was there on Fremont? We had the families show up from out of town, so
exactly. So by the time I got home, I was pretty wasted, like in and out. I actually had to watch the Elimination Chamber the next day. I mean the men's match the next day, because I had passed out like right before the Owens Zayn match.
Oh, that's too bad. That was a good match too, and a surprise return.
I'm probably gonna watch it right after this. Honestly,
have you not seen that match yet?
Not yet. No, it's just been a hectic 2 days. Like just so busy, I haven't had any time.
I don't want to spoil it for you then, because after the matches, huge thing happens. Let's just put it that way. Big return.
Okay.
Big return.
Yeah. I try not to do too much scrolling on the internet, before watching anything, because spoilers for days.
I was just teaching my stepson that the other day. I was like, don't you know you stay off the internet until you see something yourself when something comes out? It's like, yeah, but sometimes it just pops up.
Right. Like you cannot avoid the heel turn from Cena.
No, that was everywhere. I think I got a message on ESPN right after it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, the second I turned my phone on, I'm like, oh shit. That's why I went home, and that's the first thing I watched. But I couldn't stay awake long enough because I was wasted.
Well, when Mike comes to town, that's just what happens.
Yeah, those are my big brothers. Like I had just my car broke down and I had to buy a new car, so I was like, I don't get paid until Monday. And then they're like, you're fine, like I'll get you. He's gotten me wasted. Those are my big brothers.
Yeah,
Wait,
that
can the
Tommy
Fergie
and
game.
Mike, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking
I'll-
yep, Mike Travis, man. Those days. Yeah, those were wild days.
Some of you don't know, Travis was one of the ones that helped promote some of their shows back in the day and helped bring in Paul Wall and Haystack. So it's a big reunited, and it feels so good.
It's crazy. It's crazy. They're still the same old, Mike's over there dogging some motherfuckers down. Like, here we go. Bring If Town to Vegas. We'll see what happens. It's always unpredictable.
Especially with Mike, anytime is unpredictable.
Yeah. Hit Mike Buckles around. Some shit you got to prepare to be on your game.
Definitely have to be prepared on your game.
Right. But I love those guys.
Oh,
Part
definitely.
of 33 Deep family.
They are.
33 is just a big family. I mean, the immediate group, were actually family by marriage, this and that, actual blood as well with Swift and Woo. But we also consider like all of our supporters throughout all the years, like we're just a big old family.
So I did want to, since it is 3-3 today, I did want to bring a little bit of knowledge about 33 Deep to the table, if we could.
Yeah.
Will you guys give a little info on the name itself? Where did you guys come up with the name 33 Deep?
That's actually a pothead story. Then I'm like, let's make it a deeper definition. But like the truth is like Swift was there smoking with his boy and they ran out of weed. Swift had just got a new phone and he only had 33 contacts and shit. So he's like, let me check my 33 deep. And that's how the name
And we'll just stuck.
Yeah, and then over the years, I'm like, 33 is the numerical equivalent to Amen. Amen coming from Amun Ra, who's the sun god of Egypt, who changed his name when the sun became taint. And that's kind of what I tell people. But then again,
As somebody told me once upon a time, it's quite the story. You'll actually have to hear it from Berna though, because it means this, and this.
right? Yeah, I mean there is a deeper. Well, there is a deeper meaning. I put 33 in my brand as well because my birthday is 11/3. 11 times 3, 33.
33.
Take 2 3s, connect them, you make a crown. You see the crown?
That's Kings.
Exactly. So there's a lot of meanings to it. See this painting? That's me.
The Northwest King.
This is my 33 painting.
I love that.
Yeah.
Tell people the story behind that, because you were telling me a little bit about it when you were setting up. Tell people what you do and how you made that technically.
Okay. So I'm a painter here in Vegas, which we'll get into. You can
We'll have a commercial video for that here in a little while, guys.
Yeah, and that commercial, by the way, aired last night on Roku, Triller TV, and Amazon Fire TV worldwide. So I'm the #1 painter in Las Vegas under TaskRabbit. And whenever I come home from a painting job, instead of cleaning my paintbrushes, I'll touch canvas first. And so I came home, had a bunch of black, boom, boom, had a bunch of blue, some white, and I just kind of contribute every single time I come home from a painting job, which I keep on being told, like, don't touch this anymore. It's fine. So I have like a bunch of other art that I'm working on too. The most recent contribution came from the house of a legendary wrestler and a legendary ring announcer. I'll tell you that story. I got hired by a Samantha. I'm like, okay, cool, Samantha, what's up? And then she's like, yeah, my husband's home. His name's Trevor. So Trevor answers the door, and it's Ricochet. I'm like, Ricochet. I'm like, I didn't know your real name was Trevor. And I was trying my hardest not to fanboy in their own house or talk about wrestling period in their own house, because that's the only place that he can be Trevor and she can just be her.
100%.
I don't know where you draw the line with legends and sit in their own home. So I was freaking out. I was like trying to hold the paintbrush still, but I'm like, like these are the greatest like in their field. So this is my field. I better be great too.
Right. Well, and you're kind of in their field too.
Yeah. That's why it really it was really cool to like. I was like, oh, I'm a cameraman. I used to train and shit, So they need more work done. Hopefully, I get to work with them some more later on. But that just being in their presence and being able to paint. I painted their daughter's bedroom, and yeah, it was just really cool to kind of see them on a personal kind of level outside of the business. And yeah,
Not in the spotlight. It's a totally different situation when you run into somebody like that.
exactly. So, and I'm a painter, so I was like, I have to be professional. Let's not talk about wrestling too much. But I did ask him. I'm like, maybe you can't answer this, but it's worth asking. How does a cameraman work with a WWE or AEW? So, I may not be pursuing being a professional wrestler anymore, but I still can get signed as a cameraman, as a production guy.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Then you do graphics design, you do all sorts of stuff behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
hopefully if you get your foot in the door, maybe he can help you out. Come on, Trev. I mean Ricochet. Breaking kayfabe.
Yeah. Well, their AEW is coming on the 15th. So, we'll see if I meet with or talk to anybody before then. Maybe they'll offer an opportunity. That's all I want. And we'll see what happens. But I will not stop trying to make it to the very top as far as, in the wrestling realm. And I'm doing pretty good right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, FSW is killing it. Like the numbers spiked, what I was being told last night. So if you guys are not tuned into the Future Stars of Wrestling in Las Vegas, FSW, you have to, because we're doing some really good things right now.
Like you said, the last 2 days have been crazy busy. So I still have to go back and watch last night's event. I only know what happened from talking to you, and
Yeah,
you being inside the cage is just crazy, bro.
that is crazy.
That's nuts.
Like just standing next to the cage. I did that last year. I just stood next to the cage and I'm like, holy shit, like this is insane. But they asked me this year, they're like, do you want to be in the cage? I'm like, yeah. I mean, humbly, I'm like, if you need me in there, yeah.
I mean, if you really need somebody inside the cage, I guess I could be that guy. I mean,
I
I
suppose.
fit in the corner.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's wild. It's the best because I get to like I get to provide the best angles for everybody watching at home. So like I'm being creative while these guys are working their art, and yeah, it's insane.
It really takes a whole team to put on the story that they're trying to tell in the ring. It takes the cameraman, it takes the announcers, it takes the guys performing in the ring. It takes all of it to make the whole show come together.
Exactly. Like I was watching back a video and like I see Rocky and Joe DeFalco. Those are the guys who make it happen. But the cage matches really like, you know, I have to shout out Rocky because like without Rocky be yelling at everybody, get your shit straight, fucking, this is how it's done. Like if you don't have Rocky there, then the cage matches are gonna be so much more stressful. So you got Rocky, got Joe DeFalco, who is kind of like the man here in Vegas as far as like promotion, being a promoter and
Okay.
stuff. Yeah, and yeah, those guys, yeah, I owe them everything because they've offered me so many opportunities. So, and then Mikey is the production leader, pretty much. I call him the backbone of FSW. You see all the promotions, or you see all the production, the graphics and stuff. That's him, and he's leading the charge. Then Corbin, me and him, I call him my tag team partner. He's the other roaming camera.
Okay.
And yeah, we just we're a big family. We're a big team, and yeah, we make magic happen every single event.
So those that missed last night, when is your guys' next event?
Okay, the next event, honestly, I can't make. It's on the 8th. It's a Future Shock. Oh, look, it's 10:33. Boom. Or it's 11:30.
It's 11:33.
Yeah, that's even better. That's a master. Those are 2 master numbers. You know, for two masters interacting right now. So Future Shock, which I won't be able to make because I didn't realize that it was on the 8th, and I scheduled a photo shoot for my next album. And it's a pretty amazing photo shoot with my cousin Rashawn. So, and he's being super creative. He's opened my mind to a lot of like a lot of the art that goes behind photo shoots and doing it for album covers. I'm like, wow, like I didn't even think that in depth, even though all of my album covers are pretty crazy. So there's
Did
that.
he help you with the last one with you walking on the album cover with the whole thing?
No, that was actually just me in my kitchen. Yeah. I was like, where's a blank wall that I could use? I'm like, here's my kitchen. Like, so the reason why my arms are kind of angled, like one is like way up here is because like the stove is here and I have to cut the stove out. Then I have to cut the fridge out, at the sink, so yeah, I just cropped that out myself. All of my album covers, they're pretty crazy, but if you see the background, it's like, oh, that's just me in my bedroom. Like, but I'm a graphic guy, so you'll never know.
Yeah,
But yeah, the next events that I will be attending is March 23rd. It's Mecca, benefit for Bay, Chris Bay from the Bullet Club.
yeah, I wrote that down. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. He was having like the dream match with the Hardys. Who else was in that match? It was a TNA event, and like he took the spot, the Jeff Hardy spot, where he was swinging, WrestleMania 17, and then
On the belt, and then the edge make it here. Okay.
yeah, Chris Bay took the spear. Ugh, that was brutal. And like, yeah, I guess with that he broke his neck. And I saw a video recently where he stands up and he's walking, but he's having a hard time walking, and it's like really heartbreaking to see because he's such a good person,
Right.
and he was like in the dream scenario. So is a step back. Everyone loves Chris Bay, so we have a benefit event coming up on the 23rd, where everyone who loves him, we're all coming together.
Former people from the FSW, other big stars in the industry, and
Everyone can make it.
stars. Everybody's coming together to throw this event. So
Yeah,
anybody who's anybody could be there.
right. Karrion Kross, he started in FSW, and so he's gonna be coming, even though he's signed to WWE right now. He's active in WWE. He's still he's making time to do this event. Rhino will be there. Trey Miguel, he's a legend in my eyes. He's one of my favorite. I wrote down a list of names. I didn't write all the names, but like, because there's so many people that are going to be there. Frankie Kazarian, Rich Swann, Brian Cage, Shane Strickland, Ace Austin. There's so many people. There's a lot more people that are gonna come. I didn't write down all the names because there's
Star stud. How are they gonna fit all of these people into one show? Is it just gonna be one super long event, or are they just gonna do what they can?
Joe DeFalco will make it happen. He's just gonna
The brain will make it work.
exactly. I can't even answer that question. He'll throw everyone. He'll make it happen. I'm sure he's gonna be very happy to have all those names in one place, and he kind of gets to use his creative genius in that area and stuff. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some of them won't wrestle, but I think they will. You know,
Maybe they'll do like a memorial battle royal or something cool like that for him.
right. That would be awesome. But yeah, we all support Chris Bay. You heard CM Punk on Netflix debut, their launch on Netflix. CM Punk shouted him out too. He's like, "This is for Chris Bay." So the whole wrestling community, we all respect and love Chris Bay.
CM Punk came up in the indies way long time ago, so he's interacted with all these guys. He's been in AEW, he's been in other places, so regardless of CM Punk being big in WWE right now, he had his lickings and took his roots all the way from the indie days, so he knows all these guys.
Exactly. Yeah. And Chris Bay, like the reason why I appreciate him so much, like not only is he like big brother there because he came from FSW, you know, and he made it, but like I left for a couple years once I realized I can't pursue wrestling because I you know, had a fractured skull in the past. So I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be a wrestler. But like I left for like almost 2 years out of like being sad, like, oh, I've got to deal with this. But I came back not expect like I didn't think anyone would really remember me. As soon as I saw Chris Bay, he's like, "Oh, Jonathan, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like you don't have to remember me. You're a big time now. You're in the Bullet Club, like, like. But here,
towards me. That's cool though.
yeah. And every time I see him, we like talk about music and stuff. Like we don't get to talk too much because it's during the events, so we're all kind of scrambling around. But like he'll take the time to be like, "Hey, how you been? Like, you know, how's the music going?" And yeah, and he's an amazing artist himself and shit. So yeah,
That's really the big event, March 23rd, guys. Check it out, and it's on all those networks. He said Roku TV, FSW has their own network, and
Thriller TV, formerly known as Spite TV,
Yep.
and Amazon Fire TV.
yeah, it's gonna be a big event. Check it out. Check out last night's event too. You might see your boy in there almost getting hit with the trash can when one of the Yeti cameras pick it up. So
Right. In the main event,
it's a main event.
which featured Lights Camera Faction, which you know, Ice Williams is in there. Got to shout out Ice Williams as well because he just got signed the WWID Evolve program is
That
where we'll be
dope on AEW, A&E, right? Evolve.
yeah. So we'll be seeing Ice Williams there.
That's gonna be
Yep, Jordan Oasis also. He's an FSW guy. Well, he came from Washington, Seattle, Washington. But I always have his back because he's from the Northwest and everything. What do we have? Sir Mix-a-Lot and Macklemore.
well. Technically, we also have Roddy Piper. He started in Portland.
Oh yeah, he's from Portland, right?
Yeah, he's from Portland.
Yeah, that's true. Holy shit. And we have Jordan Oasis.
Yeah, there we go.
So and then I'll be coming right behind him, you know, on the production end and in the music end and stuff. So yeah. Northwest is I like to call it an undiscovered pot of gold.
It is, and it's a beautiful pot of gold over here. You should see it.
It is.
There's gonna be some big things coming from the Northwest, not just from B over here. He's got new things coming on 420. I might have some surprises coming too, guys. I haven't talked about yet. We'll see.
We're all making moves. We're all hungry. Yeah, we're all hungry to just get out there and make some noise in the world and like the mainstream world. We need to be seen worldwide. There's so much talent coming out of the Northwest. So I'm always rooting for the Northwest. I'm rooting for all the creators and all the greats, you know, that are not even discovered yet.
No,
but
nobody's seen these guys because we are in the Northwest. We have no media coverage over here. Basically.
exactly. And you know, it's time. It really is time for the Northwest to make some noise. You know,
Yes, sir.
you know what I mean?
So we got a few more minutes here, bro. Do you have anything else that you want to promote? We talked about the game a little bit. Do you want to talk more about being the #1 painter in Vegas?
Yeah. Yeah. I put together that commercial, which I mentioned it aired and everything. That was my best John Cena impression because he does the commercials too.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sound as proper as I can, professional as I can, because I am a 5-star business.
Lower that tone out voice a little bit, get a little bit deeper.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I'm planning on I'm really good. I'm a very good painter, I like to believe. Like I don't use tape very often, you know. I don't even use a drop cloth very much because I'm 5 stars. Like who needs that shit? Like I just go and do it.
5-star, 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 5-star.
5-star. Yeah. So but yeah, we're doing good things. And yeah, I wanna paint your house. I'm a Las Vegas experience myself. So you can come to Las Vegas. You need something painted. If you wanna paint, you know, if you need to paint something, I will paint it. If you don't live here.
Anything. Just
Exactly. If you do live here, you know, hit me up. I'm a
for all those, if you want to find him, hire him as a gig for a painter. He's on TaskRabbit.
interior painting. Yup. And yeah, we have that. We have 420. I wanted to release an album, honestly, on 3-3, but it needs a little bit more. The recording, all that is done. It's just I'm trying to do something deeper.
Perfectionist.
Well, I'm trying to reinvent. I'm trying to evolve what physical media is.
Okay.
So I'm working on that. I'm not going to say too much, but I'm trying to evolve physical media for those who want that experience back of opening like the booklet. And you know, we talked about it before. You know, you go to the store,
opening up that fresh package, getting out of that booklet before you ever pop that disc in.
Right. I want to bring not that exact format of having a disc or a vinyl, but I'm working on something that's gonna contribute to physical media where it can come from my hands to yours.
So like a little piece of portfolio of you.
Yeah, because digital media kind of took that feeling away, and I love that. You know, and it is convenient to have digital media, but to have physical media, I think that's important also. So we're gonna try to keep that alive.
Well, my boy, I want to thank you for coming on the show once again. I think three's up, Northwest Kings, baby. I'm going to play your commercial as we say goodbye, and then you guys will catch me on the flip side. So thanks again. Much love, my bro. I love you.
Much love. Imagine you wanted to get an accent wall painted for your living room. So you visit TaskRabbit.com. And that's where you find me. Hi, my name is Jonathan Lord, but you can call me John, the painter. And I'm located here in Las Vegas, Nevada. With my years of experience, I'm dedicated to providing a top-notch interior painting service that will transform your space into a masterpiece. All you'll need to do is provide the paint, and I'll take care of the rest. I can't wait to hear what painting project you have in mind. Contact me now, 702-337-2704. Or you can find me on the TaskRabbit website or app. See you soon.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks again to my guest today, LFDY, my boy John Lord Berna. I appreciate you for coming on the show. I appreciate you sponsoring the show today. So anybody in the Vegas area needs an interior painter, check him out on Jackrabbit. Check him out, or TaskRabbit, sorry. Check him out on TaskRabbit. Hire him. He's 5-star rated. He's #1 in Vegas. Hook him up. Also, Kushy Game. Check it out. It's on Google Play Store. The album is out on Spotify and YouTube. Check it out. As well as they're coming out with part 2 of the album and new additions to the game as well. Check that out. Coming on 420. Big things coming from my boy there and the 33 team in general. So thanks again for coming on the show. Once again, I'm trying to get more people involved, more people interviewed. Like I said, I've been hitting people up. We're just not having the proper times right now, but I will get them done. I promise. I'm going to try not to take so long this time. Thank you for being loyal and tuning in and waiting for me. I appreciate it. I hope you all dig the new song. We're actually going to roll out to that right now. So once again, appreciate it. This is the Basement Cuts Podcast. I am your host, Woody. Thank you. Have a great day. Peace out.
Underneath the surface where passions ignite, every song, every punch in the still of the night. Basement Cuts will tell the tale of champions and dreamers who never fail. Basement Cuts where the legends arise, stories of glory and battles in disguise, music fights, wrestling in the ring. Basement Cuts, let the echoes sing. So tune in, turn up and feel the rush. Basement Cuts where the stories crush, music fights, wrestling every day. Basement Cuts, we're here to stay. I said tune in, turn up and feel the rush. Basement Cuts where the stories crush, music fights, wrestling every day. Basement Cuts, we're here to stay. I said, so tune in, turn up, and feel the rush. Basement Cuts where the stories crush, music fights, wrestling every day. Basement Cuts